it's been an absolutely thrashing night, man. It's been an absolutely thrashing night. We're here with the main act, Focus. How have you found the party tonight?
Yeah, it's been wicked, man. It's been really good. Played a real mixture of stuff. Played some drum and bass, played some dubstep. You know, played lots of different stuff, and they seem to really get into it, man. So yeah, had a good time.
I have to say that the stuff you're playing against the drum and bass of yesteryear, the thing that really strikes me about it is you've got a lot of top line stuff going on. You know.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think? What do you think has prompted that change in drum and bass?
I think me and Pendulum started doing that around 2004, 2005. I just think it makes it more interesting to have something to memorable over the top of it. I think drum and bass has sort of moved from being quite underground to being something that does have a certain amount of crossover ability, which is nice. For me personally, I like kind of floating on that borderline between underground and, you know, someone that people might have heard of. Do you know what I'm saying? It's nice when, for example, like My Check Rocket was just sort of got into the top 40 last year. It's really nice just to kind of get a little bit of that, you know, get that sort of certain amount of mainstream recognition, but kind of keep that underground sort of values to it as well. So it's nice. I think there's lots of things that sort of happen to drum and bass as well. Like the length of the tunes has gone right down from being quite like very long structures. Like tunes years ago, I remember a short tune was like 5 minutes long, and now like the average tune is like 4 minutes long. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely got shorter and more kind of more in line with what a normal track that was played on the radio would be anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's cool. I think it's a really good development, man.
For me,
bringing more people into it.
It's not just the beat. For too many days. Yes, it should be drum and bass. I mean, that's what the music's called, the drum and the bass. But what's really caught me about your music tonight is the fact that you've got that big, heavy top line, and you're using the beat and the bass to supplement that. I really like that. It's really fresh in the club.
I think there's more emphasis now on the stuff that's going on above the beat. So the beat is kind of the supporting thing, whereas drum and bass used to be much more about all the different rhythms, and I like that as well. But I just think the stuff now is kind of more it's slightly less rhythmic. It's more about the sounds and the melodies and stuff like that. And I think it's a good thing, man. You know, I think it's kind of taking it to a bigger audience now. You know, you can see with guys like Pendulum, Chasing Status. You know, they've really sort of reached a lot more people, and I think that's wicked as well, because that in turn, you know, brings lots more people into the music that might not have otherwise heard of it. You know, I think I see kind of Pendulum now as like somewhat of like a kind of gateway band, like maybe the Prodigy were to me when I was younger.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So you know, there's sort of a way into this type of music.
I'd still say that their sound is a lot darker. Their sound is a lot more heavy metal influence, where your sound, your sound seems to be coming from.
I'm not comparing myself
almost
to them, but my sound's kind of like the way I sort of differentiate is like I listen to a lot of electronic music, so my kind of background is from that. I was actually in a band when I was younger as well, but I think I like to. You know, whereas Pendulum are kind of more the rock thing, so it's got a kind of more urban thing. That's where I'm coming from, is that electronic. You can hear on my tunes, tracks like Time Warp, it's very synthetic. A lot of the ideas I get kind of from things like techno, electro. There's a lot of kind of sounds that I've started using in drum and bass that are from those genres, and I really like to do that. Sort of.
Are there any particular bands that have influenced you on your way? Would you say people like New Order, perhaps, or anything like that?
No, well, I wouldn't go that far back, because I wasn't really sort of around when they were massive. I'd say groups like Chemical Brothers, Daft Punk, Prodigy, probably just big dance groups. I mean, nothing like. It doesn't sound wildly sort of. They're not that niche, those groups, but those are the sort of. What I've always tried to do with my drum and bass stuff is kind of make it wider than just drum and bass. Make it. I think when I started listening to drum and bass, certainly like there was all the tracks were very self-referential. So there were people making music that were inspired by other drum and bass tunes. And one thing I've always tried to do is just look at other genres and take sounds from that, and you know, and try and make it kind of. I think. By doing that, you make it more palatable to a wider audience. You know,
I just thought
more sort of, you know.
I thought what you were doing out there was fat. I thought every tune that you dropped was an absolute belter. The music for me, it was musical drum and bass. And for me, it's almost like a harking back to where the music came from. It's almost a regeneration where the music came from before the dance scene went into all different directions.
We had a really nice time right now. Like building on your point, it's like it feels really together. Like everyone's playing each other's tunes. From I've been playing sort of house tunes, dubstep tunes. It's all quite mixed. Lots of people are playing each other's stuff, so it's a good time now. It's kind of like the rave time where people were just playing anything and anything goes. And in fact, funny enough, that sound is
exactly.
And you have this sort of cyclic thing. It's like you get this kind of 20-year thing in things like fashions, for example. Like tends to come round after 20 years. It will come round again. Like the noughties was very 80s. There was a lot of reference to the 80s, which was 20 years before that. Now you're starting to get, I think, this sort of you can really hear it creeping into dance music. It's very 90s sort of sound. Like with my track Could This Be Real had a very 90s feel to it. Tracks like Dirty Cash, a massive Dizzy Rascal tune from last year, which I actually did a remix of. That track is it's got very 90s. It's kind of a cover of an old 90s track. So I feel like that sort of, as well as the kind of anything goes attitude of the 90s, it's also the sound that's coming back.
You think the whole vibe is coming?
Yeah, I definitely think the sound's coming back.
The whole vibe is coming back.
People have been making a lot of like sort of slow like amen tracks as well, like which harks back to those original sort of rave tunes. So yeah, it's a cool time right now, man. Dance is very open.
I definitely think so, and I'm glad
like some of the stuff that Scream's doing, for example, he's been doing.
We love you.
Oh, thanks,
great
mate.
for dealing with that sound system breakdown.
Thanks, I know, nightmares, but no, it's good. Good night. Thank you.
I'm really glad that there's guys out there like you coming through on the youth tip, who are pushing the sound in a direction that I've always hoped that was going to come back, and you grabbing hold of it and pushing it in a way that's really exciting. I think it's really exciting. So what have you got coming out? What have you got coming out in the next few months? What have you got planned for us?
We've got I've got a new single from the album. I don't want to confirm it yet, but yeah, these guys are asking for some tunes. That will be coming out. Yeah, that will be coming out. There's the Time Warp VIP as well. I don't have a release date yet. So there's going to be another single from the album. I'm doing a live tour with Pendulum in May as well.
Fantastic. They're good boys. We met them at Dance Island last year. I've interviewed them a couple of times. They're good fun boys. I was having a good fun time with them.
Definitely. So it should be good, man. I've got lots of stuff lined up for the year. Been working with some cool new singers as well. So
it's been a real pleasure to have you on our TV channel tonight. I'm really impressed with the sound. It's blown me away. Last question is: have you got any message for all your fans out there?
And for these guys, fucking hell, you put me on the spot now. Can't mean anything. Keep buying my records. There you go.
Because they're good. Keep buying his records because they're good. I don't say it about everyone.
Fucking good.
Go on. And that's it. That is it, yeah. Sub-Focus, get out there, see him, hear the tunes, top line drum and bass. This is dance music like it should be. Thank you very much. We've been Wickeds TV. It's been a fantastic night. Once again, Squares Nightclub. Last one from a phenomenal night here at Squares. Sub-Focus, what a night. And if you've enjoyed tonight, then be sure to check out the next night at Mustard Lounge, 13th Saturday,